How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review. Today we're going to be reviewing this 2011 Volkswagen Tiguan. Now, unfortunately, which I'm sure you guys could already see, the lighting is not great in here. We have both the interior lights on in like the front and the back, and I'm kind of trying to do what I can. I only had this car for like a day. We actually just picked it back up from the shop, which is something that I briefly discussed in the POV driving video that I shot with it. But today we're in this Volkswagen Tiguan. This one specifically does have a little over 108,000 miles on the odometer. Like I just said, it was just in the shop. It has a bad heater core. There's a problem with the heater core, as well as they found a little leak coming from the fuel pump. So both of those things are fixed, but I don't know if that's something that commonly occurs with these first gen Tiguans or not. But yeah, if you're looking to buy one of these older ones, just putting that out there, just being transparent, because I know a lot of times you go on YouTube, you see car reviewers, excuse me, that just, you know, say nothing but positive things about cars. But that's something that I kind of wanted to put out there right off the bat. Now, this is a 2011, so unfortunately, it is a year right before the 2012 facelift. The 2011 is part of the first generation of the Tiguan. There's only two generations of them, by the way. The first generation ran from the 2007 model year all the way up to the 2015 model year, and now we're in the second generation, which is basically the 2016 model year up to the present, the new kind of modern Tiguans. Now, this guy is actually a 2-liter turbo inline 4, like pretty much I think all of the 2011s, but throughout the first generation there was a variety of different inline 4 engines that were offered in these Tiguans. There's also a variety of different petrol powered engines as well as diesel powered engines. This one is a TSI, which essentially means that it's one of those petrol engines. The TDIs, if you see that, that basically means that they're, you know, the diesel engines powered by, or offered by Volkswagen, excuse me. And I believe in 2011 alone, there was 11 different trims that were offered, and literally all of them featured some sort of variant of this, you know, inline turbo 4-cylinder, 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder as well. And yeah, again, yeah, some of them were diesel, some of them were petrol powered. This is one of the ones that were petrol powered. This one doesn't really make outstanding horsepower. I mean, none of them really do. When you buy a Tiguan, you're not necessarily looking for performance. This one actually makes 200 peak horsepower even at 5,100 RPMs, and 207 foot-pounds of torque at 1,700 RPMs. Now, also in 2011, at least, as well as other years of the Tiguan, some of them are offered in all-wheel drive, and I think the ones that aren't all-wheel drive are offered in front-wheel drive. But this one is one of the ones that is all-wheel drive. Now, although it's all-wheel drive, you're not really going to be getting much utility use out of this thing. It does have a little under 7 inches of ground clearance, right at 6.9 inches to be exact, and it can tow up to 2,200 pounds, but obviously that's not a lot. You know, it's not like something like a you know, a Nissan Pathfinder or a full-size SUV or something with a little bit more utility, but it's essentially what your kind of all-wheel drive crossover-esque smaller SUV, you know, is. And one thing that I do really like about these Tiguans is that they're a reliable car, and not in the sense of, you know, reliable just being reliable. They're reliable and they're predictable. You know exactly what you're going to get out of them. They're a, you know, point A to point B car. Actually, the family member of mine that, you know, owns this, it's their first car, so it's a pretty damn good first car. It's pretty safe. The one thing that I kind of don't really like about it is the body roll. Like, I feel like there's a bit of like excessive body roll with this Tiguan, and for something that weighs around like 3,500 pounds, I feel like there shouldn't be that much body roll. But when I was kind of driving it through the park before filming and stuff and just getting a feel for it, I don't know, and at least in my own opinion, let me know if I'm wrong down in the comments below. Now, also something about the 2011 Tiguans, they were offered in both automatic and manual. This one is the automatic, so it's a 6-speed automatic. It has a little sport mode too. nothing really crazy, nothing out of the ordinary compared to most other daily drivable SUVs out there. The Sport essentially just it moves the shift points around, makes the shift points a little bit higher, and is definitely a little bit worse off when it comes to fuel economy. Speaking about fuel economy, this thing is probably like right around mid pack, I would say. You can definitely get SUVs around this price point, around this year, that offer better fuel economy, and you can also find ones that offer worse fuel economy. But again, with its little turbo inline 4, which I feel like most cars are powered by nowadays, or most vehicles are powered by nowadays, it's a very, very predictable vehicle. Now, also, I know I mentioned before that in 2011 alone, there were 11 different trims that were offered. This one is not a premium, and it's also not a base one. Now, the owner doesn't know which exact trim it is, but considering that it has the 17-inch wheels on it, the 17-inch factory Volkswagen wheels, compared to, I believe, the 18 inches that were offered in some of the higher end trim models for this year, I would have to assume that it's not towards the top by any means. It's probably around like a mid-pack tier, and you get a decent amount of options. I mean, you get a full leather interior, you get like a voice kind of control, which I think is a little bit annoying, and I accidentally activated it before and I didn't know how to turn it off, and it just eventually went off. You also get like hands-free phone controls, Bluetooth as well, regular AM, FM radio, all that stuff, heated seats. So you get a decent amount, and especially for a 2011 model year, and in today's market, it's honestly a pretty decent used car or used SUV, that you can go out there and get yourself. Now, I know it's getting pretty dark out pretty quickly. I started this video like right before sundown, and it's already almost pitch black out, so I'm gonna end it here. I'm really, really sorry. I hope this isn't like the first video of my channel that you guys are seeing, because typically they last a little bit longer. I get into a little bit more detail. I'm sure I'm missing out some, details, but let me know down in the comments below if I missed anything that you guys would have liked to hear me talk about. But yeah, considering the lighting, the time of the day, and also the fact that it's January, I'm trying to film this, I do apologize, but thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of today's video. If you haven't already, I would definitely appreciate it if you would drop a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are new here. I do car reviews, automotive news videos, and everything in between when it comes to automotive content here on YouTube. I generally upload new content every single day for you guys, and as a smaller car channel, it really does mean the world to me. But anyways, again, thank you guys so much for sticking to the end. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed today's video, click on either of these links right here to watch a similar video from this channel, or click on the little circle link right there to actually subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. I do appreciate all the support, but thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.